Day 5, actually day 7.5. We lost a couple days, but man, just with only 5 nights, we actually had a fantastic trip. We made up so much time. We got to spend so much more time in the islands, on the buoys, just doing the stuff we love about the British Virgin Islands. Man, and the Powercat spoils you. Like I said, crisis of faith here. We came to sail, but we powered through it, and we were all laughing that, you know, Mike probably looking down knowing that we we tried to plan a sailing trip in his honor but ended up in a Powercat, is loving it, I'm sure, because we sure did. It was so easy, so smooth. When they first told me I was going to be piloting a 51-foot motor yacht, my first thought was, I'm not worthy. My second thought was, I'm probably not qualified. I've owned a ski boat. Yeah, I've been on big boats, but never took one out on the ocean like this. But it is so easy. I mean, if I can do it, I think anybody could. You got to have some basic navigational understanding, rules of the road, etc. So we're back. We're sad to leave the boat, the island, but what a great trip. And you know, just to kind of close the narrative loop, walking down memory dock again. So 93, first time with Mike and Donna here from the moorings. 95, back to Virgin Gorda, did the sailing school there for 2 weeks. Adrian and I were on the hunt, man. We were thinking we're gonna live on a sailboat. We want to do this. This is what life is gonna be about. And then in 96, I was on a trip down the Grand Canyon during flood stage. And I was with a whitewater runner, Bill Skinner, and after a crazy day where he very effectively got rid of the one guy on the trip nobody liked by bouncing through crystal and tossing him over the over the end of the J-rig so that he had to get helicoptered out. It was his fault, not Bill's, for the record, and that was a long time ago. That night we're sitting around the fire talking about what else we like to do besides run whitewater, and Skinner said, "Hey, do you sail?" I'm like, "Yeah, I love to sail." And he said, "You know what I want to do? I want to sail to Cuba." I said, "So do I. I just read this article in Men's Journal, how you can sail to Cuba. Let's do it." And that night we hatched the plan, which ultimately became known as the Stupids Sail to Cuba. So we ended up taking a 33-foot motor sailor from Key West to Havana, around the tip of Cuba, Cabo San Antonio, Cayo Largo, and then ending at Grand Cayman in 1 month. And I thought that will give me the experience I need to go ahead and move forward, get a sailboat, live on it. And I was right. As Skinner says, even today, 25 years later from that 1997 trip aboard Lady to Cuba, he saved me a lot of money, because I found out I got seasick when we were in blue water. Bad. It was a wild trip, such a blast, but that kind of cured me of the sailing bug a bit. I like to say it was Skinner's piloting that made me sick, but no, probably not. So 97, came back, and I think within 1 month of getting back to the States after Cuba, Adrian and I were pregnant with our first daughter. Second daughter came 3 years later, and the rest, they say, is history. But it's so cool to come back, It's like Jimmy Buffett says, I know I don't get here often enough, but God knows I surely try. And this time we tried, and with Mike's help from beyond, we had an amazing, amazing trip. And we love this place, we love the people, and it was an adventure this time like it always is, but adventures make memories, and we made some great ones. We had a post debrief meeting here at the moorings, and there was a lot of controversy because I had made an earlier captain's decision that I thought the best painkiller that we had on the entire trip was at Pusser's over in Soper's Hole. And my crew overruled me. So they said, you haven't tasted Kismet's painkiller at the moorings. So here we are. We're going to do a quick tasting with the crew that also scored 5 out of 5 on the mooring ball catches. Woo-hoo. Donna, Adrian, Kismet, the creator of these painkillers, McKinnon and Kendall. So what do we think? Did my original count work? Pusser's is better?
No. Kismet, all fresh. All fresh juice.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Sounds like we got to come back and do a recount.